Hey, what's going on? One time for your mind, NeoTeamInfinity again. See all the powers in my hands. You see the real official belt. The champ is here, and the champ that I'm talking about today isn't me, or man Showtime right there, or even Ernie, or Craig. They believe they champ, so I'm gonna let them keep thinking that. But the champ I'm talking about today is the review I promised you that had Bat in the title. So you know what it means. We're gonna talk about no. Nothing against that though. That game is hot. The review is still coming to that. Right now, we're gonna talk about this here. I'm gonna borrow this off this table. This actually is Showtime's copy. All right,
And there's reality.
this is Batman: Arkham Asylum, folks. The collector's edition. You know what I mean? Collector's edition costs $100. For those of us that's rich like Showtime, that's no problem.
And then there's reality.
The man got money to blow. Trust me, I know him. Long dollars, big dollars. Anyway, let's get the camera set up here. All right, Neo Team Infinity, as y'all just heard, we're in the building, and we're going to do this review real quick of an absolutely gem of a game, Batman Arkham Asylum. We're not going to take too much of your time. You guys know the review system. Y'all know how we do it. I'm gonna let Showtime handle this review for you, and I'm gonna at the end, I'll chime in periodically, what I think, but I'm gonna let Showtime handle this review because he has actually beaten the game. He gets time off work, so I'm gonna go ahead and let a dude that's rich, has time off work, can play the game. I'm gonna let him actually review it. I'm just gonna chime in, folks. So remember, I'm gonna say this ahead of time. Let us know what you think on the review in the comment section below. Click that like button. That would be awesome. We really would appreciate that. That lets us know if you guys like our videos. I mean, we know you do, but it would mean so much to us. It means a lot to Craig and Ernie. Come on, y'all. They chinchillas. They need somebody like them. Okay. So Showtime is gonna give you the review of Batman Arkham City. Again, this is his copy. He's rich. Take it away, Showtime.
Again, and then there's reality. Yeah, that's Rod's copy. Anyway, Batman Arkham Asylum was not only one of the best, well, I'd say the best superhero game ever made, it was also one of the best action games made in the past few years. Uh, One of the key features of Batman Arkham City was the combat.
True.
Rocksteady put a lot of time and effort into that free flow combat, and it really paid off. The fluid motion of Batman going from opponent to opponent, just taking them out one by one, countering their attacks, using the gadgets in the middle of it. Bar none, some of the best action game combat you'll find. Arkham City expands on that combat, making things even more free-flowing, giving you a little bit more wiggle room in the counters, so it's a little bit more accessible. Not only that, being able to counter multiple opponents at the same time, it makes it quite a bit more enjoyable. Now, the first time I played Arkham City, or Arkham Asylum, uh, I opened the box and I had the code for Catwoman. Obviously, a point of contention with a lot of the fans. The fact that you have to download this pretty major piece of the game. I decided I didn't really feel like waiting on the download before actually playing this game that I just dropped 60 bones on to pick up. So I decided while it's downloading, I'm going to go ahead and start the game, and I'll come back to Catwoman. Little did I know, the very first scene of the game is a Catwoman scene. So kind of missed out on the context of that part. So when I went back and installed and started the Catwoman part of it, turns out that I've missed 2 sections of it already. So I had to go back and play those so I can get caught up on Catwoman's part, and then get back into my Arkham City game. So it kind of left a pretty bad taste in my mouth. But all in all, the Catwoman part, very great experience. She fights so much differently from Batman. She flips a lot more. She's a lot more agile. There's a lot more whips involved. Guys, that was the wrong idea. Actually, feel free to get the wrong idea in this case. She uses a few different gadgets from him, like the bolo and the cow trap spikes, which are pretty effective. So, moving on along, the story of Arkham City is actually pretty good as well. There's a few loose threads here and there that they pretty much tie together once we get to the end of it. I won't spoil anything in this review, but there was a point that a lot of you guys probably have read. I know Kotaku kind of spoiled a pretty major part for you guys, but actually it's not that major. It actually gets resolved about 4 seconds later. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. If you know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. So all in all, I would say this game is the full package. Action, story, the Silent Predator sequences are amazing. They're a lot less, they're a lot more randomized than they were before. So the thugs don't walk in a set path to begin with. So it makes it a little bit more interesting once you start spooking them and they start gathering together and shooting at random stuff. The detective mode has actually been nerfed, so you don't get the full HUD. So you might not know where your next objective is if you stay in detective mode, which I think is awesome because the game looks great. There are some detective sequences where you actually do some forensics work, where you're trailing some blood or tracking or checking the trajectory of a bullet. There's some pretty cool stuff with that as well. The side missions are full-fledged, blown-out sections unto themselves. It's not just grab a few batarangs and bring them to the Joker. It's there's a few villains in there that I'm not going to spoil here once again because they kind of caught me off guard when I saw them.
No filler.
None whatsoever. Once again, I mean, there's so much stuff to do in this game. There are Riddler trophies everywhere. Many Riddler challenges. Balloons to pop, Harley Quinn heads to break. They're just crazy, all over the place Riddler challenges for you. So if you're one of those completionists who just really loves to go around and 100% a game, so this game is probably going to be the first one that I actually platinum. Because it is that damn good. But if you're one of those types of guys, you're probably going to be playing the game for a while. I'm on the New Game Plus right now. They take away the counter ridicule from the enemies. They actually vary the enemies up, so you would face some of the tougher enemies that you normally face near the end much earlier. It's just blowing me away right now. My rating for this game, 5 out of 5. Must have. If you are a Batman fan, if you're an action adventure game fan, if you just want to grapple on the buildings and then float down with your cape, this game is for you. Right.
Well said. I really couldn't put it any better to you. Just like we talked about earlier when we said that this Dragon Ball game is out now, nails the feel, the presentation, sound, everything it is about Dragon Ball. This Batman game does the exact same thing, folks. If you really want to know what it's like to be Batman, outside of hanging out with Christian Bale, this is the closest you're going to get. Well-made, sound design, graphics off the chain. I don't know how Rocksteady did it. Kudos to them. The first one I thought was fantastic. The first one I was a 4 out of 5. This one, if I could give it a 6, I would. I mean, it's my pick right now for Game of the Year. Obviously, I want to go through Uncharted and a couple other titles, but so far, I'm really leaning. It's their title for someone to take. Batman, what Rocksteady has done is nothing short of amazing. They should be praised and commended for it because finally we have a developer that treats a trusted, loved intellectual property with the respect that it deserves. They treat the source material with the utmost care, and it shows in the game. It shows that those guys respect what they're doing, and it's just not a cash grab. All right, if you can, it's $59.99. The Showtime edition is $99.99. Okay, all right. Comes with this cool figure. Let's get a look at that. There it is, made by some Japanese dude. And on the side, my man Joker for president. And there's my man Batman, okay? I would do an unboxing. You guys have probably already seen that. But inside of here, obviously we know the statues here, the game, there's an art book, soundtrack, download cards, 4 pieces of downloadable content, including the Dark Knight suit. You can get that. Got Batman Gotham Year 1. It's $20. That's in here. I mean, they pack a lot into this package, okay? It's definitely, the Showtime edition is worth your money. But either way, go regular edition or Showtime edition, you will not be disappointed. Batman is a 5 out of 5. Remember to click that like button for us. NeoTeamInfinity, okay? We're in the building. We're staying in the building. Y'all at the bus stop. Peace out. All right?